What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Shaun C. We are back for another live stream edition. Let me tell you, man, I have been coming across a bunch of videos lately, and it's shocking how many videos there are out there right now, all with the title about men not approaching women. And I didn't even want to use this title, okay? Because I just didn't even want to use it. There's something else I wanted to do. I'm sorry about this, moving this mic. I just don't want to kick it with my big ass foot later. All right, we good. So anyway, I was hesitant to use this title. Now, it fits for the video clips that I'm going to show you tonight, right? It fits, okay? But I was like, okay, man, maybe there's something else. Do you know one of the titles, potential titles, was it was kind of in line of the title I made the other day about basically why men are moving differently, but it was like, you know, why are men moving differently in dating or something? I don't know. The point is, I had a bunch of title ideas, and I was like, let me settle on this one because I came across some clips, and tonight I intend to set the case to you all that the reason why we as men are not approaching is crystal clear. It's evident. It's been so evident. So every time I see another woman get online talking about, well, why are y'all not approaching, whatever, and I'm going to start y'all off with a clip. We're going to start off with a clip because I want to set the tone for what we're going to see tonight. Now, I see you guys have been active in the chat there. I thank you. I appreciate you all very much. I'll get to y'all in a little bit, but I want to start with where is my mouse? Oh, way over there. All right. I was like, where's the mouse? All right. Put a 1 in the chat when y'all hear this.
So let me get this straight, y'all. This is now the third person, by the way, broke now, who cares? Third person, third female who has told me that she met a guy and he was telling her how he don't chase women. He like women that show that they want him.
First of all, stop doing that. If you're one of them dudes who are like, man, let me tell you something, girl, I don't chase women. Don't say that shit. You ain't got to say it. It's kind of like the argument where you start saying, thank you, Danny, I appreciate you. Thank you, Preston. It's kind of like the argument where we said, like, what do you bring to the table? Don't ever say that. You don't have to say, well, girl, what do you bring to the table? That's not an intelligent way to ask questions. You can ask questions and find out exactly what she brings to the table, okay? But that's not the point. The point is the fact that some dude said this shit is like, it's the equivalent of saying, girl, what do you bring to the table? You ain't got to say all that. If you about it, be about it. You ain't got to tell her. Thank you, Cincinnati.
What is going on today? The men want to be chosen. The men want to be chased. The men want to be taken out on the dates. I don't know what is going on. And I don't know about you, but I refuse. I would never, ever, ever chase a man. In fact, I have just been told just naturally, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but men like to do the chasing. And so I don't know what's up with these new age pick-me's, but has anybody else experienced this? I've already got 3 of my homegirls telling me this, y'all. What is going on today? This is why I'm telling you, y'all, I would just be single before I do all of this stressful stuff that goes on in the dating world. And I mean, I
See, she was talking so much, it cut her off. She was doing so much, blah, 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 it just cut her off. I'm not drinking, I swear. I'm actually on a diet, man. I'm already down 8 pounds. Okay. I plan to have abs by the middle of July. I'll say in July, sometime in July, I'm going to have flat stomach or abs, one of the two. Okay. I'm down 8 pounds. So instead of drinking, This is mushroom coffee to kind of give me some pep. I did back and biceps today, and the back workouts were insane. I'm talking about I'm on this 8x8 program, okay? 8 sets of 8. So, whoo, I'm talking about you only get like 15 to 20 seconds break in between. So, anyway, enough about that. If you get the link to my book, I talk about all that stuff in my book, okay? Anyway, neither here nor there. She said a few things that we got to talk about, okay? It's not that men want to be chased. I mean, listen, there are some dudes that feel like, yeah, no, listen, if I'm gonna get into the dating game, I need a woman to chase me. And there are some men that feel that way, okay? But I don't think, in any ladies listening, I don't think it's necessarily about being chased. This is just my opinion, okay? If y'all feel something different, let me know down in the comments below. And when I get to the comments, I'll read some of those comments. But it's not about being chased. It's like, why would I go out with someone or try to go after someone that don't even appreciate my time, that won't even show me basic decency? See, women like this want to tell you it's easy. Oh, it's so easy. Just be a man. Step up. Why y'all scared? Don't be scared. You scared, huh? Right? You ain't got to do none of that. Okay? The truth of the matter is, y'all ain't really nice people. And if it ain't the dude that you exactly want, then y'all not the most hospitable people either. Now, I get it. And gents, I'm about to put out something that some of you may know, some of you may not know. I'm gonna give the women some credit. There are some times where you will have women tell you, hey, I'm not interested, try to be nice. And then some dudes don't get the point. And even some dudes back in the day used to say, well, if you got a fish nibbling, you keep going after that one fish. And so I just think we're in a different time now. I think that instead of this game where it's like, well, if I look at you like this, just like that, then that meant I was interested. Like, we're not playing those games, lady. But at the same time, I understand that y'all don't want to be harassed by a whole bunch of people. I get it. That's why, right? I'm telling you ladies now, any ladies watching this, if I come up to you and talk to you, you got one time to show me you're interested. And I don't mean no little look or, like, there is a difference when somebody is really interested in you, okay? And I'm one of the blessed men that can see the signs, okay? Some of you all out there can see it too. When a woman like you, she just look at you differently. She's smiling, like she's talking to you and smiling the whole time. Even if she don't like you like that, she at least is being pleasant. That's all we're saying. And a lot of y'all not pleasant. And a lot of y'all are not really good people, okay? Let me see what the gent said down in the comments below. First of all, let me get to it. We got a new member. Shout out to this new member right here. Wait, I don't know what the star was for. Okay. Chris Turner, man. I feel like we had Chris before. I feel like we had Chris Turner before. But hey, I appreciate you for becoming a member, Chris. And listen, for my members, I haven't forgotten about you. I actually recorded a video for you all. I just haven't edited yet. And so I'm probably not going to overly edit it because it is a members video. And so y'all getting the raw, just me talking to y'all. But I actually thought of y'all. Actually, I recorded it 2 days ago. So I just didn't have time to edit it today. And I will have that video out for y'all. It will be out tomorrow. Okay. So there will be a community post. And you all could become a member too for a price of a cup of coffee a month. All right. And then you'll get some extra content. Now I'm waiting on some new equipment to come in. That should be in Friday. But once this new equipment comes in and I get used to using it, whatever like that, then you'll actually start seeing me crank out more of these member videos. Even if it's just turn on the camera, talk for 3, 4, 5 minutes, Boom. Okay. So that's my goal. That's what I want to start doing. But again, for the price of a cup of coffee, you can become a member. Chris, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Right. All right. Let's see what we got up here. You guys started talking way before that. I'm sorry if I missed some stuff. Tornado says, are they, when they say why they keep looking at me, gonna make me snap? They crazy. All right, I hear you. Complete indifference. I like that one. Cincinnati, Ohio in the building. Shout out to Cincinnati, Ohio. Man, I remember the very first time that when I rolled through Ohio. I actually went through Cleveland, and that was a long time ago, 20 plus years ago, 23 years ago, and coming up on 23 years ago. And I remember seeing the LeBron poster up on a building. Man, it was huge. It was just like the Diddy thing down in Diddy was down in Times Square. Like that was just an impressive billboard to have up on a building. But shout out to Cincinnati. Danny says, get them likes up. That's right. Thank you so much, man. Listen, the algorithm has been suppressing not just me, but probably a lot of your favorite content creators. And God bless the content creators that are still getting views right now, because when you look on your phone, it's nothing but shorts, then a few videos, nothing but shorts, then a few videos, which means that content creators like myself are getting lost in the sauce. So where I can, when I put out videos, I'm trying to put community posts with the videos. So just in case you miss it, or just in case your notifications aren't on, that you'll get it. All right. Likes, make sure that everybody know that this is going on too. Rick, what's going on, Rick? Not throwing shade, but she's right. Men of today are weak. Yes, I said it. No, Rick, ain't nobody, I'm not going to disagree. I think that's what we're talking about. I think that's why I have so many videos on this channel, Rick. You know already, basically talking about the simp. You know, somebody tried to call me a simp. And I was like, boy, you don't get your ass out of my comments. My stuff has been verified. You know what I mean? Peter came on here and told y'all how I was, right? I'm just at the point now at this age, man, I ain't trying to do none of that rigmarole, as we say down in New Orleans. I ain't trying to do all that rigmarole. All right. You know, I'm old now, man. I'm trying to just enjoy what I have. See, I'm appreciative of who's in my life. All right. But yeah, man, I ain't nobody sipping over here. So, but yes, Rick is right. There are some weak men. We're going to talk about that. Not in this video. It's coming up. It's coming up, but not this video. Everything is tying together. I don't know if y'all noticed, but in my videos, I'll link a video from the previous video and talk about it in the newest video. So I've been linking all the videos together, right? I know we got a $5 holla. I'm going to get to it 1 second. Let me run through a couple more. Preston says these men don't want to do ish to do with backstabbing, leeches, and STDs, street birdies, disease, stale cookie floozies. Oh, he said, what up, 513? I'm 614. Okay, we got some more Ohio folk in here. Not agreeing with her, but I'm seeing too many dudes acting like girls. Tight pants, nail polish, purses. Tell me I'm lying. Nah, man. Me and P did a video on our other channel, Partners in Crime. If you're not subscribed to it, it's just me and P just talking, man. We talking and having a good time. Go over to that channel. Help us to get our subscriptions up. It's called Partners in Crime, right? So I'll put it down in the description below. But in there, I hate to give it away, but in there, Unc kind of rolls up on his nephew or his kids or whatever, or some young dudes, and he pretty much set them straight like, what y'all doing just sitting here, man? Y'all ain't got no blank, no 304s. Y'all got to see it when we put that video up. All right, check us out over there. I'm going to put it in the comments. Partners in Crime. And then we're going to do a little something like that. I got to do some self-promotion. We're trying to grow that thing up. We're trying to grow that channel up. So right now we're doing 2 to 3 videos a week, you know, keeping it light because I do have a lot of other jobs I do. Okay. I'm like, hey man, you know, I'm the cooker, the baker, the candlestick maker, you lazy thing. You only got one job. I got 2 tree jobs. Okay. All right, let's get to that super chat real quick. Shout out to East Coast Kev. Hey, East Coast Kev, man, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. He said if you think Valentine's Day was a crash out this year, wait until next year when they realize 214 is on Super Bowl Sunday. Kev, tell me that ain't Kev. It's on Super Bowl Sunday. Wow, it's like Christmas came early. I don't really celebrate Valentine's. Actually, this year I actually did a lot for my woman, or I did a little for my woman, but I usually don't celebrate Valentine's. But she's a special woman, so I wanted to show some appreciation. And we kept it simple though. We actually went. We don't try to go out on the day of. We try to do stuff before. So, but this is delicious. Super Bowl Sunday. My God, Kev, that is amazing. Let me go ahead and get you on the banner, which is non-existent. I'm sorry about that. So Kev is going to be the first sponsor of the night with the $5 holla. I appreciate you. Let's get that going. Okay. Looking good. There we go. All right. East Coast Kev is the first sponsor tonight, bringing us the good news, bringing us the good word. I appreciate you. All right. Let me try to see if y'all made any comments on that XL Pro. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much, man. XL Pro, man, you send videos. I know I don't always get to tell you thank you, man, but thank you so much. You send me videos, and I may not use the videos you send, but the type of videos you send me, you and King, the way y'all send me videos, I may not use those videos, but what you do is you keep my algorithm on the right spot. So let's say when my algorithm gets all messed up, I go back to one of y'all messages to me on Instagram, and then I click on a video, and then I start scrolling through so I can get my algorithm right. So I just want to thank y'all very much, man. So I appreciate that. Let me oh damn it. Where am I? I lost my spot. All right. I just want to see. Let me see what y'all got. Let me shout out to King. I just talked about him. It's not about being chased. We just want reciprocal interest. Boom. That's a simpler way to put it, but that's exactly it. Ladies, we want reciprocal interest. It's not even about being chased. We don't need you like being thirsty in front of us. Even showing a little bit of reciprocal interest. I don't mean just moving your eyes like that. See that? See that? We supposed to know that's a sign. Like if you got interest, turn your head and smile or something. And the dude gonna walk over there. A real man gonna be like, shit, if he's interested, he's gonna walk back over there. That's why I told y'all, keep your claws sharpened, because you never know. You don't want to lose those skills to be able to talk to women. I'm not saying nothing gonna happen. I'm not saying I ain't saying you gotta do nothing, but don't be scared to go over and talk to people. That part right there, man. People don't even know how to talk to folk. Shout out to Edward. Edward says men want to be respected and appreciated. That's it. And I'm glad you said that, Edward, because this is laying the tone. So please bear with me. The clips that y'all going to see after this is going to lay the tone for what we're talking about why men are just throwing their hands up, because the shit ain't reciprocal. And it's frustrating. Danny says, I think we just want to know that they're really interested. Yeah, just goddamn it. They don't show no signs, Edward. I mean, Danny, goddamn it, sorry. I mixed y'all up. They don't show no signs. They just want you to come over and start groveling. And you have to figure out whether they like you or not. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I already read that part. Yeah, we gonna get to all that, Rick. Yo, the dude from Fairfax, I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. He says, salute to UTSG, been a minute. Yeah, it is been a minute, bro, but it's great to see you. I hope everything is going okay for you. Catching Alive is awesome. Ladies need to understand that between the M2 movement and other stuff, men desire peace and not chaos and tomfoolery. And you came with the elbow off the top turnbuckle, because men desire peace, not chaos and tomfoolery. Some women, ladies, that you have to understand. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dude. I'm gonna use your statement real quick to make this point. I'm gonna catch a couple more and then we're gonna get to our next video. Some women nowadays, with the onset of social media and everything like that, you might be a serious woman. You might be seriously like, hey, I would like to find somebody to talk to. I would like to find a dude that we can figure out what's going on, this, that, and the third. That's fine and all, but you have to understand that there's a whole bunch more women that are out there right now that want the chaos. They want chaos to chase them. They want to make it difficult, because to them, that's exciting. That's it's kind of like your rom-coms. There was this buildup. It used to be a playful buildup, and there's an intellectual back and forth that was kind of like flirting. And I say intellectual back and forth, it's called flirting, right? You had people flirting back and forth. That don't happen no more. Not like flirting looks really weird to me. I don't know, maybe I'm old, but when I see people flirt, it don't even look like flirting. Dudes ain't even saying nothing. I'm like, how did he just pull that? He ain't said but 3 words. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get your number. Like, I've seen that before. I'm like, what the hell just happened? So real men ain't got time for that. So if you want to be taken seriously, or if you want to be taken serious, then if you about the games, then a real man ain't about no games. You got to understand that. Rick says, welcome to the Gentlemen's Club. Yup. Got a new video for the gents coming up real soon. 985 LaPlace in the building. Hey, what's going on? Yeah. Taryn, thank you for being here. Chris says, thanks, bro. I appreciate you, man. Complete and Different says, what up, soul brother? Much love from Columbus, from y'all neighbors, Cincinnati. Yeah, okay. Y'all rapping. All right. Let me catch this one here. Ranger, shout out to you. He said, why pursue a bill? Ooh, I didn't bring up that aspect tonight, Rangers, because we haven't fully covered it in a few weeks, but we've kind of covered somewhat of the financial aspect. I'm more talking about we're talking about the selection process, okay? So it gets put on us as men because we're not approaching or chasing them. So I agree. But ladies, this is valid. Why would a man choose a bill? Why would a man imagine, thank you, Rangers, right? A bill with a large mouth, if they can humble themselves to the point where they seek better men, that's a relative good starting point. Thank you for that, because I did ask for that question. Thank you so much. That's exactly the point. It's like the other point I'm going to make is, if there's 3 women, okay, statistics say 1 or 2 of those women are only going out for the food, for the drinks, not to get to know the man, strictly for food, foodie calls. So when that started being more prominent, it was so prominent, it was happening so much that the news had even talked about it. Let that sink in. Regular news stations were talking about foodie calls. And then dudes saw that shit, and I've talked about it many times on this channel, but dudes saw that and said, yeah, nah, I ain't about to be a part of that. I'm not about to be a part of that. Okay? Constant nibbling at the fish equals begging and simping. Let me catch this one. Person says that all serious TSG men are done with chicken shit, cheers, malarkey, BS with these modern hypocrites. I hear you, Preston. The time of men pursuing women is over. Period. Point, period, and the end. They made it clear they don't need men. The only way to reverse is for women to humble themselves to pursue men. You know what, Rangers? Why are you looking at my screen? Are you looking at my screen? You know what? On that note, let's take a look at exactly what Ranger said, because he ain't wrong. Okay, as we like to say over here in my family, and he ain't wrong. Okay, so check this one out, gents.
Would you live on a planet with all women?
1,000%.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I would. I would.
Yes, I would.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I would.
Absolutely. We run the world.
No. I'd feel very unsafe.
Would you live on a planet with all men?
Hell.
Hell no.
Hell nah.
Hell no. Boy, fuck no.
You notice the difference there, right? Women were quick to be like, yeah, I want to be on a planet with all women. Even though y'all can't even, they can't keep shit open that only caters to women. The only thing that they can keep open that caters to women is the nail salon. And even a portion of them women are getting their nails did based on some money some man sent to them. Crazy. Other than that, when they try to open up an all women's club and an all women's this and an all women's, they did an all women's cafe or a restaurant, failed. Y'all start working together and get catty. Y'all work together and worry about hurting each other's feelings, won't hold each other accountable. And y'all want to be on a planet together. Who gonna set up the lights on this all women planet? Who gonna make sure y'all got clean water and food? Who gonna hunt y'all food? Y'all can't even get on Survivor and work together, but you want to be on a planet with all women? And dudes is like, hell no. I'd like to be the only guy on a planet full of all women. You know? You know? Y'all make no sense, man. What is going on, man? Rachel says, Shaun, what's the difference between a world of only women versus a world of only men? Drum roll, Law and Order. Yeah. They lied through their bloody teeth. They want Pookie and Junebug. We'll get there, Preston. Lance, shout out to you, brother. He said they don't need us until something breaks. Say that for the cheap seats. Say that for the cheap seats. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here, Lance. I appreciate you. Imagine a planet of fish pie, BBL, wearing scallywag, jizz baggage, crumb snatch, and horrats. And I said horrats for a different reason. They never want us till they need us. Yep. Edward says, has anyone seen the skit where the chick pulls up on the dude and asks him out and pays for his haircut and outfit? She also tells him to break up with his lazy girl by 8 when she picks him up. Oh, that would have been an excellent skit. They call foodie calls, but they don't like it when men see them as, yep. Self-respect is the best medicine. Absolutely, Danny. I appreciate that. He said fish pie. Norman says women be listening too much to Beyonce music. They think they can take over everything by themselves. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yo, we are finding out. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me find the right one. Norman, the funny thing is we are finding out that the people that are in these high elite circles are touching kids, man. These are dudes. These are men running the world, and they have this whole back channel thing going on. And she talking about they run the world. I actually am thinking about making a video talking about how more into how we've all been had. I don't want to get too deep into it because I don't want to give up my story idea. Maybe I might do it as a members only. But I mean, you think about it. We run the world. No, you don't. Nobody does right now. We are finding out that the world has been run by some of the worst people, and ain't nobody doing shit about it. Those people have an incentive for us men and y'all women not to talk. There is incentive for us not to be together because they think the world is too populated. So now you got women who like, I'd rather be on a planet full of women. Now dudes are like, it's not even worth it. All these agendas, and women are falling for it. Hook, line, and sinker. You want to change, I don't want to give away the answer, but you want to change this thing. One of y'all said it earlier. It's pretty simple. You know? Karina, shout out to you. Whatever happened to Oprah South African girls that disappeared? See what I'm saying? You run the world, but these people are an elite cabal. We not even scratching the surface. Exactly. They sick as, yeah. So when you make a dumbass statement and say, we run the world. No, we are following their agenda. Think about it. How is it that every modernized society is in a birth decline right now? Don't worry. I'll wait. Y'all don't run shit. None of us run anything. And that's what we're finding out right now. That's why this is disturbing. So when I sit here and say, why are men approaching, it's because y'all stank ass attitude. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all. Here, let's get to the next clip.
Something that I've noticed about all of us females, bitch, yes, you too. We always pick the no good ass niggas. We never pick the man who be ready to worship us, kiss the ground we walk on, none of that stuff. And I think, me personally, this how I feel. The ones that we pick, the roars, the little gangsters and stuff like that, it's because we go based off appearances. Because let's be for real, everybody who's
for real,
not my type, but well, I know they'll do anything for me, be ugly as fuck. But everybody that I like be fine as fuck. But it's just yeah, they fine, but it's the pro and the con. Y'all get what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all. I just feel like we always pick the no good niggas. We don't never pick the good niggas. We always pick the no good niggas. And I feel like that has a lot to do with our generation and how we was brought up and what we saw. So I blame the parents.
Let me tell y'all something. I heard something once, and I'm believing this now. You can only blame your parents for so long. You can only blame your parents for so long. Seriously. Too many people out there right now well, my daddy wasn't there. So goddamn what? Half the people in the goddamn chat, daddy wasn't there like that. No offense to y'all. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying, I'm just saying statistically. Yeah, half the dudes, half the people in the goddamn chat, half the people listening right now, he had no damn daddy around. Or if he was around, he was in and out because he didn't want to deal with y'all more. So, or my mama, me and my mama didn't get along. Well, what did goddamn do? A number of people, half the people in the chat, Ma ain't got along with. Half the people in the chat, Ma was a 304. Again, not talking about your mamas or your daddies. I'm just using it for an example. The point is, you can only use that excuse for so long. There's a certain point in adulthood where you got to say, well, shit, it's on me. Why am I still making the same mistakes that they was making? Do you understand what I'm saying? When you sit there and you know your mama wasn't shit, your grandma wasn't shit, your great-grandma was a 304, when you start going back the tree and everybody doing the same damn thing, your daddy wasn't crap, your grandpa left your grandma, your great-great-grandfather had a whole nother family. When you start going down the family tree and you start to see the goddamn same things, instead of sitting up there saying, well, it's just a family curse. No, it's not. It's y'all dumbass following the same patterns. You don't have to follow the same patterns that they did. Just because everybody in your family, it's kind of like Forrest Gump. You remember that? So Lieutenant Dan, everybody in Lieutenant Dan's family had fought in a war and they died in a war. And Lieutenant Dan, when he had lost his legs, he was feeling sorry for himself. Y'all remember that shit? Lieutenant Dan feeling sorry for himself because you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. You ain't got no legs. No legs. Sad little legs. Okay? Forrest had shamed this dude. He was like, do you get it? It was my destiny. It was my you robbed me of my destiny. I was supposed to be Lieutenant Dan Taylor. I think Taylor was his last name. And what did Forrest tell him? You still Lieutenant Dan. That I don't think y'all realize how powerful that moment was in Forrest Gump. Because what Forrest was saying was, you are still alive. And as long as you have breath in your body, you have a chance to change it. So when you skip, scop, scallywags come on here talking about some, I don't know why we keep picking the same bad shit, because you're making the same badass choices that you made, that your mom made, that your grandma made, that your great-grandma made. You're making the same goddamn choices. Ain't no family curse. It's only you not taking accountability, not saying that I'm going to purposely move my life in a different direction than all the rest of these 304s that we have in our family. Like, at some point, we got to take accountability. So to sit here and go ahead and, well, they don't be looking the way I like them to look. Then ask yourself, why do you like dudes that ain't got shit going on for themselves, and then get online and complain later they ain't no good men? Well, I know they're good men out there, but they ugly. Well, look at you. Already disqualified. Big ass tat on your neck. Got them same laid down baby hairs as every other woman. Look like her lips injected. I don't understand how a black woman injects her lips. I really don't get that one. Here, let me further bolster this. This was in last week's live stream. This woman that I'm about to show you was in last week's live stream.
And I do want a hood nigga. I do. I do want a street nigga. I do. I'm not gonna fake. I'm not gonna act like I don't want a ghetto hood nigga that make money and take care of me and fuck me and just be a hood nigga. No. Well respected. Respect me. Not gonna act like I want the nice guy right now because I don't. And no one's gonna make me feel bad. Oh, you want your husband.
Okay, well, enough of that. Nobody gonna make her feel bad. Okay. I don't know about y'all, gents, but I don't give a shit. Go ahead and have your dude. But as soon as you get your ass back on here talking about, oh, he hit me in the eye. Did y'all see my last video? Well, he had a script and I wanted to come over at 11 o'clock at night and work on this script. What was this for? A corn video? What did somebody put? What y'all are funny as hell. Let me tell you, gents, y'all are funny as hell. Somebody put in the comments of my last video that said she went to go work on a script. What was it? What did they say? What was it? A fighting script? I was like, I think it's what love got to do with it with Ike and Tina Turner. But the point being is, you all love this shit until it backfires on you. And then you blame every other man for your piss poor decisions. So we're still in the intro, gents. I haven't even shown y'all the clips for the proof yet. This is the intro to let y'all know, right? Exactly what we're dealing with here. Ladies, this is what we're dealing with. This is who y'all want to approach you. And what you realize is them dudes that you want to approach you, there's two things. Them dudes don't see you because you ain't all that you think you are. Or they so busy, they busy with all the other women they dealing with. They ain't got time to take you on. And then there's a third one is that you think you look better than what you really are. Some of y'all think that y'all look better than you really are. And I'm not dissing any women, right? Like, if you say average to a woman today and she go like, oh my God, I'm not average, I'm a 10. Yo, if everybody's a 10, if all of y'all women is a 10, then y'all are average. Is that not correct? Wouldn't 10 be the average if every woman's a 10? That's the way average is. I don't know if y'all know what that means, okay? I don't think y'all understand what that means. If everybody's a 10, you take all the numbers, take 10 and divide it by 10, divide it by the number of people, it's going to be average. You can't make this shit up. Most people are average. We want to put a number to our quality, but here's the thing. You women looking at me right now say, that dude is average. Okay, that's fine. Most men are okay with that. Like, all right, cool. But what we understand, what I've come to understand, I'm not going to speak for all the gents, whatever, but what I've come to understand is it don't matter if all y'all women think I'm average. That woman, my woman, she don't see me as average. She don't treat me as average. And that's the only opinion that really matters. The rest of y'all opinion don't matter. When you find your person, you're not average to that person. You're their person. And they're your person. So it don't matter if all of y'all see me as average. And that's the point that y'all women don't get. You are average, but to your dude, you're not going to be average. But y'all trying to be some shit that you don't because a lot of y'all have low self-esteem. Singer, shout out to you. Wearing that funeral home makeup that they use to cover up their damaged faces. Lance says many women with a type will remain single. Boom. Eat the cake, anime. Anime. Yo, this is dope. Hey, Dwayne, man, the short man, what's going on, brother? Great to see you, bro. Hey, we here to talk about the stuff. Y'all here tonight, we here to talk about it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Shout out to my members. Shout out to my subscribers, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, bro. YouTube can't hold me down because I got y'all. Why would any man settle for a walking carousel, riding floozy, stale cookie, hoochie? I got to start using the word hoochie again. Nose ring, a bad weave, and automatic. She rode the short bus as a kid. Oh, my God. You have to ask yourself, why are you alone? You don't have no man. Truth bomb. See, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. My father and grandfather were both alcoholics and suffered for it. I have never drank alcohol, even when I was in the military. Shout out to you, Edward. So I was thinking last name, now that you said military. Sorry about that. But shout out to you, Edward, man. I appreciate that. Just real quick, I know there's alcoholism in my family, and I had to go through some stuff to deal with that possibility. I've been at an AA meeting before, and I stood up and said, even though I didn't meet the technical definition of alcoholic, I found it empowering to stand up in front of a room full of strangers and tell them I'm an alcoholic because I drank alcohol. I've had incidents with alcohol. Therefore, I'm alcoholic. And I'm proud of where I'm at now. Right now, I'm on this diet. I'm not touching any alcohol because looking, feeling better, when I go in May to my doctor and get these blood panels drawn and stuff, I want it to be healthy, man. I'm too old now to be doing a bunch of shit that's going to kill me. I'm looking in the news. I don't know about y'all, but people is dropping dead like in their 50s and early 60s. Hell, there was somebody died in their 40s. James Vanderbeek just died of goddamn cancer. Dawson's Creek dude just died. Think about that shit. So I know my family's history, and at some point you got to say, I can't go down that path. That's why I stopped smoking. That's why I stopped drinking. These are things that killed people in my family. The next thing I need to do is like get my stress levels down. We working on it. We got problems, but we working on it. Okay. You know, sometimes I got to take my little magic pen. My magic pen. If you know, you know. Just to calm myself down. Okay? Not all the time. Just a little bit. Just to calm that shit down. All right, let's get to the first video tonight. Well, I say the first video, but let's get to one of the main videos tonight. Or start. Now, I want to set this up. Damn, what is going on tonight? I think I might have to do a reset on this computer. Oh, that's why the computer been acting funky. Your device needs to restart to install updates. Well, that makes a lot of sense. This computer is like, oh my God. All right. That's why it's acting funky. All right. Y'all see this young lady on the screen. I have the next 3 clips are from dating shows. And they're going to kind of prove a few points that we're talking about men approaching. But we're going to look at it through the lens of dating. So check this out, okay? Now, this gangster was about to happen.
The first things you said in the show, before I knew anything about you, you said, I want my man to provide. I want a traditional relationship. But the truth is, we are not in a traditional environment.
This is very true.
So before I knew anything about you, I knew what you wanted from me. And that's kind of a turnoff.
Why?
I didn't know anything about you and anything about your personality, anything about what you like. It's just that, what can you give me?
Yeah, I don't really want to like downgrade my life.
I mean, but you said, I want a man that can take care of me.
Yeah, I want a man that wants to do it though.
I mean, of course a man wants to do it, but
not all men want to do it.
And that's the first thing you say.
It's kind of like,
because I ain't wasting my time no more. You feel me? I like to tell people what I'm looking for so no one's confused. I'd rather be an
why
open
not
book.
tell them about who you are as a person?
Oh yeah, we can do that on a friendship level. But if someone's approaching me like I want to date you, I'm gonna be like, okay, what do you want? The guy has to want to be a provider, or I'm not the girl for you.
But like I said, when that is the first topic of conversation, can you see how a man
she don't get it.
A little off put by that?
I don't care. That's the problem.
And that's why you're still single.
That's it. That's why you're still single. Yo, so I wanted to hit y'all with the hardest thing first. Let me make sure I get my comments where they need to be. Yeah, right there. Tell me you aren't a wife within 5 minutes. Red flag scallywag. Oh, that's a good one. Shit, I might have to write that one down. Red flag scallywag. You'll never get me to not like and laugh at the word scallywag in my head. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is, but that's a funny word. Okay. It's like when I was in the Navy and we used to say scuttlebutt. It took me like the first half of my career not to laugh whenever I said the scuttlebutt. All right. Tell her to go back to her father's house then. Yeah. She's already arguing. Boom. Rick said it right there. Her eyes are saying it all. She looks devious. Oh, love the vulnerability until she stresses something, and my emphasis on stress is real. Yeah. Stress is killing us all, man. But we can get back to that. We will get back to that. Is simping dead? Hell no, it's not dead. No, it's still happening. The Simpsons was keeping the artificial market going. It's like they flooded. Yo, cold out here. I like that. Cold out here. Hey, The simps is flooding the market with artificial attention. Artificial everything. That's why women can sit out here and say, well, actually, let me see what the next video is. In 2 more videos is proof positive that what I just said about simps keeping it artificially inflated. And I'll prove it to y'all when we get there. Health is the new wealth. All right, yeah. I appreciate y'all though. I don't mean to skip, but I want to make sure we stay on topic. Shout out Matrix, man. He said, I'm here. I'm glad you're here, brother. Great to see you. Kodak just says, me, her wig is crooked. God dang. Y'all is wrong, man. What the hell? That's good. Her attitude will age like milk, but it's already sour. Yep. It's called the simp economy. And like the artificial stock market, even that's failing. Ooh, Ranger. You know, see, I be trying to stay out of these kind of conversations because those are the conversations I love having, man. So I'm going to start doing that for the members only videos, man. I made a comment. As long as there is one simp, the war remains. That's it. That's it right there. Ranger don't miss. Now, he ain't missing tonight. I can't stand simps. Man, simps is fucking it up, bro. And listen, I need y'all to understand something about, I need y'all to understand something. I don't fault a man for simping. Understand what I'm about to say. Hear me out. Because it happens. As the book of Drizzlation says, for all men have simped and fallen short of the glory of pimpdom. However, I'm sorry, every time I say that in my head, it's so funny. However, when you learn some new shit or a brother tell you like, hey, bro, I think she cheating on you, bro. No, man, she wouldn't do that. She love me. Like, bro, I'm telling you, it don't line up. I'm just saying that it just don't sound right to me. No, man, you don't know my girl, bro. You don't know her. Okay. Hey, man, good luck to you and your woman, man. Then, like, some time later, he was like, man, you down and out, man. You up here on the street. What's going on? Man, she was cheating on me and I was living in her place and she kicked me out, man. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. The problem isn't that, hey, you in that situation or you having your time, right? This is your simp moment, whatever. But if you get another brother telling you right, or you see a video from this channel or other channels like it, and we trying to tell you right, and you like, man, you know what you're talking about. Okay, bro. Okay. I don't have a problem telling y'all my mistakes on this channel. I don't sit here and like I'm invincible or, I don't sit here and do that. I'm giving y'all the tea because I've already been through this shit before. I'm going to be all right. Regardless, I'm going to be good. So if I'm trying to give you the advice or tell you, hey, bro, just saying, hey, I've been through this before. Tread carefully. No, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Man, get your ass up out of here. Okay, when she run your pockets, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you, bro. Because we tried to tell you. That's it. I don't feel bad for simps awakening and stepping out into the light of awareness. The problem with simps is that they know better and turn their back on the light. Damn, Ranger, you really ain't missing a night. That's exactly right. A woman that loves you can still cheat on you, but a woman that respects you and appreciates you won't. See? This is why simping don't make sense. Because even the shit that y'all saying right now in the comments would keep a brother on the, hey, man, let me learn a little bit more about this. Bro, it's too much info. Anyway, back to this woman real quick. Ladies, talking to the ladies now. The problem with this situation right here isn't that you have standards. Matter of fact, I liken it to what I said earlier. What I said earlier was that, okay, you have your standards, but it's the equivalent of a man saying, what do you bring to the table? What does that do? Every time y'all women now hear that, because it went viral, y'all lose y'all shit. You're like, what do you mean I bring to the table? We're like, calm down. That's why I say as dudes, you should never ask that question. That's not an intelligent way to ask a question. You can find out all of that information by asking other questions that are more intelligent. They're going to get you actually closer to the answer than her answering that. So when you say, well, I need a provider. Well, if you find a man that loves you and that y'all click and everything, right? And he's, you know, and you've vetted him, he'll be a provider. He'll just do it because it's natural to do. But notice what this woman said at the very end, right? Let me play this real quick. It should be right about there.
Be a little off put by that.
I don't care.
Boom, right there. He said, don't you see how a man could be off put by that? He's like, I don't. She's like, I don't care. That's why I said never ask them directly that. Ask them, come up with more intelligent questions. This right here, this attitude, ladies, this is indicative of what guys are seeing. This right here. She's cute. She's not ugly. I'm not going to sit here in front. I told y'all I'm not a hater. Hey, this look like my boy Rome. It really do. That's how Rome look. She isn't ugly. Now, I don't see her up close, because up close, I'm going to judge how much makeup she wearing. But she's not ugly. I'm going to tell you that. However, what did old boy say? What did Rome say here? Shout out to Rome. If you see this, bro, I'm talking about you. Okay? What did Rome say right here? Okay? Rome said, it's not even about it's not even about your standards. But you didn't even try to figure out who I am. You didn't even talk about you yet. You only talk about what a person can do for you. So I guess we did talk about money tonight. Sorry about that. But the point being is, ladies, one of the reasons men ain't approaching you is because a lot of y'all kind of like this woman right here. You don't lead with any kind of personality. Some of y'all think y'all are, oh, I'm a 10, but you ain't got no personality. Your personality is, I'm a boss bee. I'm going to act harder than I am. Even though you crying about shit at your house, you trying to be hard. You trying to front and put on a persona because we live in this social media time. And no man want to be bothered with that shit. And here is the crazy part. Gents, I'm about to tell them the secret. We can see it on you, just like Rome saw. There's no secret no more. And I'm going to talk about that toward the end. I guess I'm giving away kind of the ending, conclusion, but we can see it on y'all. Oh, I know this ain't who I think it is. Devin, what's going on, my brother? Oh, man, you up here all around the world on us, right? Let me get I got to get Devin on the banner there, on the tickler down there, man. Shout out to my boy Devin, man. I hope everything going fine with you over there, wherever you at in the world. It's always good, man. We was talking about, Preston asked a good question. Preston was like, man, where the old school cats that used to come on the channel, man? We ain't seen some of the old school cats, bro. So, all right. I think I got that right. We ain't seen Lucis in them, man. We ain't seen some of them brothers in a while. All right. Great to see you, man. Always a pleasure to have you on, man. He said, man, everything good. I'm late to the show. It's all good, bro. The show will keep going on. I'm not going nowhere. They can't. Hold on. I ain't going nowhere, bro. I'm going to be here, bro. Let me catch a couple of these comments, though, man, because y'all are on point right now. Let me catch this one first. President says you don't ever live with a woman, period. I had to catch that one. She has a horrible attitude. Yep, that's right, Rick. Attitude and the need to be right. Whoo. You on it. You on it. If you give them an inch, they're going to take miles. There's so many videos, men sharing their experience, evidence, etc. However, that for simps who are confronted and don't change their ways, other men simply refuse to take them seriously. Bro, I refuse. Oh, there's a story I wish I could tell y'all. There's a young man that I met through the YouTube circuits. If y'all just give me a quick moment. There's a young man that I met through the YouTube circuits. And, you know, I made a lot of friends. When you first starting off this YouTube thing, your channel is small. You're talking to other smaller creators. Well, there's one guy, and I'll be honest, he's not the best looking guy. He's a really nice guy. He might even have a little autism, right? Who doesn't? I might have a little bit too. But the point is, he would tell me about the problems with his girl. And I would tell him, hey, man, like, yo, you being too smothering. Now, this dude was a simp. This dude was smothering her. She was telling him flat out, like, hey, I just need a little space. And then he was like, all right. And then not even the same day, he didn't call her like 10 times. So I'm like, yo, this dude might be psycho. Now, you know, he was like this. But I tried to help him as much as I could. And it got to the point where it wears you down, bro. Because you can only tell somebody, hey, man, she's trying to just say, give her some space, or she's not going anywhere. She just go and see her. She go and spend time with her family. So when it comes to men with that type of that move like that, I can't fathom that. Like I'm past even dealing with it. And a lot of men really don't have the patience for it either. And it's not to say that you are not welcome to a channel like this or other channels, but if you hear us all saying the same thing in the comments and you still don't get it, there's no helping you. And that's what we're talking about. And the women got to deal with this shit too, right? Like, that's the other part. Like, simps also make it bad for men that are serious-minded, that really do want to just, you know what I mean? Because then you just get lumped in like all men bad. So you guys are spot on, man. You guys are spot on. They don't talk like this in person. No, they don't. Their personalities would take them to a 10 or a -10. Yes. Oh, man. Man, I've seen some beautiful women out here, bro, especially in Vegas. Seen some beautiful women. And you see how they behavior, their attitude, how they talk. And they go from gorgeous women to just worse. Like, I don't even see them no more. It's almost like they almost like they just disappear right in front of my eyes. I don't even see them. Like, you want to be the ugliest person in the room? I want to drop an F-bomb. Have a effed up personality. You'll lose me quicker than anything. Hell, have a beautiful personality. You may not be the prettiest in the world. I'm not saying I would date a woman, whatever, but I'm saying have a pretty personality. I want to hang around you. Like, I'm not afraid to hang out with somebody with a pretty personality. Maybe don't look all that. I'm not saying I want to date them. I'm just saying I respect people like that. I can respect somebody who beautiful on the inside. I'm not trying to tear those people down. As I've stated many times, I'm not a hater, right? So, all right. Wait till y'all see the next clip. Let's get this one going first. All right. Oh, my God. I'm going to let this one play because y'all got to see this to believe this. You got to see this one to believe it. Check this out.
My deal breakers in a man would be inconsistent, a man that doesn't take care of himself. That's very important to me. Hair, nails, everything. Like, just take care of yourself. If you can take care of yourself, you can take care of me and our future children. Nice one. Okay.
Hold up. Let me stop it real quick. Gents, I don't have a problem with this. This was the same message that Kevin Samuels tried to give to the gents when he first started. Kevin's first message before he was before he was slaying average women was about men taking care of themselves, smelling good, looking good. Hell, man, I'm in a salmon shirt and white linen pants right now. I'm not saying that's best dressed. I'm saying, bro, even in my house, I'm looking good. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? So I don't disagree with what she said about a man taking care of himself. This was actually one of the first lessons that my mom taught me. He was like, "Yo," and I just taught my son that. Yo, let me put myself up on the screen just real quick. My son, when he was getting ready to go to high school, I said, "So, what you gonna be wearing? What you be wearing?" This is before he went to high school. That's right. It was before he went to high school. So it was his last year of junior high. Okay. And then I said, what you be wearing to school? He said, "Oh man, just hoodie and shorts." Wait, what? Yeah, no, just hoodie and shorts. Huh. And you going to high school? You intend to go to high school with that on? He was like, "Yeah, just chill." I was like, "Man, no. What are you doing? You can't go to high school with a hoodie and shorts on. Are you serious?" I said, "Man, listen, if you go to high school with a hoodie and shorts on and some old dirty ass shoes," I said, "you're going to be that old dirty ass dude. It don't matter if you 6 feet tall or not. You're going to set the standard." I said, "You need to go there and be clean. You are a pretty boy. You do not." Listen, my son is a pretty boy. Okay? Pretty boy. I mean, women will throw. I said, "Son, I never had what you had." Okay? Women didn't just throw themselves at me like they're going to do for you. So I said, "You don't go to school in a goddamn hoodie and shorts." I'm not saying you got to be dressed up in a goddamn suit either. I'm saying you need to carry yourself like the man you want to present yourself to be, man. Make them rise up to your standards. You don't lower yourself to nobody else's standards. Anyway, I had to do that sidebar. Let's get back to the clip. So I don't have a problem with women wanting men that look nice. I don't. But check this out, though.
Why did you fall peacefully? So, amongst the men that I've seen so far, there's just someone else that I feel like I have an attraction to. Okay. And yeah, I had to pop for him.
There's
Did y'all hear
just
that?
someone else.
And why did it fall on him? It had to fall on him. Like I said again, I find other men in this lineup a bit more attractive.
She said someone before. You didn't say other men. You said someone.
I do have kids. I do remember you saying something about kids being a deal breaker. Do you have two of them? So
You've got two. How old are you?
2 or 3.
No, how old are you?
Oh, 26.
You're 26 and you've got 2 kids.
Yeah.
How old are they?
2 or 3.
Okay. I think you might be the type to change that.
Okay,
right now. But we'll see.
Bro.
Oh. How many kids you got? You have 2 kids. How old are they? 2 and 3. You might be the type of man that changed that for me. Why did I put this clip in here? I put this clip in here because if you've been watching this channel for the last probably 2 months, I'm thinking it's been about 2 months, but if you've been watching the last 2 months, I have been making a point on this channel that women will break their standards for men they actually want. And the thing about it is, when I say break their standards, they will lower their standards to the point later that they're going to be the same. This is going to be the same woman crying because she going to have 2 or 3 kids and now she a baby mama. I don't know this dude, but I'm going to tell you, statistically, the dudes who are just out here having kids are the ones getting Black women pregnant. The dudes out here who are got multiple baby mamas are creating more and more baby mamas. And women are willing to lower their standards for a dude who got a whole bunch of other women pregnant, who ain't around for some of his kids. Not all, but I'm saying the point is that's on you, women. That's on you, ladies. And what did this woman say earlier? What did she say? I'm gonna show you. Watch how the words come back.
And I do not gonna act like I want the nice guy right now because I don't. And no one's gonna make me feel bad. Oh, you want your husband to be this and this and this and
Yeah. Don't need to hear no more. Okay. I was trying to make a point. Nobody gonna make her feel bad about her choices because she's in her feelings in the moment. You all are in your feelings in the moment. You are choosing and picking in the moment, and you will lower your standards. So we don't want to sit here and hear about, I got these standards and, provider is one of them. And blah, blah. We don't want to hear that shit. We don't want to hear it. Why even go through it? Because the other thing that men are coming across now is that if they do talk to women, they hear these standards. It's like, oh, okay. You got these standards. Okay. Yeah. She would go, this woman right here in this last video would go out on a date with this dude. Right? And she ain't gonna be bringing up near bit of standards. Look at her face. Damn, he giggling like a schoolgirl too, but he like, I got 2 kids. She don't care. He tall, that's her type. And I'm not knocking her for having a type. But don't sit here and bullshit everybody. You had one dude you wanted. Well, Shaun, she went for the guy she wanted. Yeah, but what happened to those standards? What happened to women elevating their standards? Seems to me you have a bunch of women who say that they elevate their standards and then always end up with Pookie, Ray, Glocktavius, Felantonio, Pookie, Junebug, name it. Insert a name in there. Yeah, hold up. Matrix, you said it, bro. You said it, bro. This generation is doomed. Oh, I'm not done. I got one more clip to show y'all. New kids on the block. Christopher. Oh. Yep. There's going to be some new kids on the block, baby. Don't ever date single mothers from another mother. I had to look. I was like, that had to be Preston. Women have standards. Meets attractive man outside of standards. What standards again? Yep, exactly. Yep. The guy in the white is from America. Okay. Facts. Women determine who you are off of your appearance without having a conversation first. Yeah, they don't care about that shit. If we're supposed to lift each other up instead of tearing each other down, supposed to. Analogy, women at 18 with their beauty start out at 1 million, but lose 100K per year afterward. But men at 18 start broke, yet in order to survive, must build. Yeah. She's a spinner. Yeah, I'm talking about that last woman. Yep. All right, let me get back down here. Let me show y'all something. Preston says, I missed the part where I actually care about the standards, especially when they got Michelin tires for bellies. Ooh, that's cool. All right, we got one more. This one ain't that long, but it is. Now, check this out. Now, when they say it don't make sense, this don't make sense. Check this out.
Honestly, okay, I like him. Like, he's a hottie. I don't have a problem with the certified freak part. I feel like, we grown. That's going to happen anyways. I pop because he first. I want to see what else out there, but I really like him. But, like...
What? Like, what do you mean? If you like him, you like him. If you like him, you like him, bro. Like,
he's first. So, like, yeah, I like him, though, but he's first.
Have you ever heard the phrase, the grass ain't greener on the other side?
Yes, but I just want to see. But I like him.
No, she's
that's the dumbest shit I heard.
She's my type.
Girl, you messing up.
I want to hear from y'all. I'm going to read y'all comments. I ain't got shit to say. I want to show y'all. The only thing I'm going to say before I start reading comments is this. If you are a member of this channel, I did a video about the man store, right? But I did a different version. But it's the same thing. It's the man store. If you don't know that about the man store, go look it up, read the story. Just do, type in man store story. And essentially it's women are never satisfied. They will, if when given choices, they will continue to keep choosing. It's the reason why shopping, the advertising on shopping was developed around women. It was. It was developed to make you feel like this is good, but I think I could still do better. You know what I'm saying? Devin says she likes him, but she don't like him enough. Yeah. Arlette even gave her a hint about the guys and she didn't listen. Yeah, she did. Matter of fact, hold up. Edward, hold up. Because she did. Hold up. Right. No. Where did she say it?
I pop because he first. I want to see what else out there, but I really like him. But like,
what? Like, what do you mean? Like,
he's first. So like, yeah, I like him though, but he's first.
Have you ever heard the phrase "the grass ain't green on the other side"?
Yes, but I just want to
see. She did. She's like, oh man, they got other dudes. They may not look like him. It's the man store analogy. I'm telling you. When you hear a dude described as a hottie, that is a red flag. That chick was goofy and immature. The entire lineup was immature. The episode from the prior week had decent women. Okay. I don't see it. I just get the clips. So dumb. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate that. President said Chaticus and Jodicus. Yeah, I forgot about Chaticus. I forgot about that one. Pan-African, what's going on? They call us sassy for having standards. Why no longer dating down? Yeah, because we no longer dating down. Exactly. Can't lie, fellas. I'll hold her up. Okay. So let's see if we got any more. Too many times saying likes in her conversation, red flag. Oh, damn. Okay, Matrix. I hear you. Not a red flag for him, but for her. Right. Women be so fine till they start talking. Ooh. Hear that, ladies? All right. So those were my 3 examples for tonight. Okay. I am about to drop the guy in this next video clip is about to tell us how do you lose a black woman. You ready? This is good. How to lose a black woman.
You want to lose a woman? Treat her good. Have a job. Take care of her. Tell her you love her. Tell her you respect her. Tell her I want to be with you. Tell her I want a family with you. Tell her you the only one I want, and you'll lose that motherfucker quick. I'm trying to tell you, if you want to lose her, listen, you can cheat on her, she'll stay with you. Beat her, she'll stay with you. You can lie, all that toxic shit. They love that motherfucker. But if you want to lose her, just be loyal to her.
Yeah.
Just show her some respect. Just say, look, I miss you. I want to marry you. I want to take care of you. That motherfucker will run for the hills. I don't want no good man.
Oh my God. Yo, when I heard old boy going off, I was like, oh, tell them that you want normal, stabilized man type shit, and you will push her away. How to lose a black woman, avoid them. That's funny. No lies detected. Absolutely. Women be so fine. I read that one. I didn't hear no lies. No. He cooked on that one. He cooked. I've been saying that for years. You could be a diamond and she stop talking. Start talking. I heard no lies. Yeah. That brother cooked on that one. Yeah, he did. Ladies. We're laughing at it. No lies detected. We're saying all these stuff, right? Think about how bad that is. That we live in a time that all the stuff y'all say y'all want, all the stuff that should be normal in a relationship if you say or do the things that this man just said that are not toxic, things that you should want as a woman. I'm saying not everything, but you should want a lot of that. And that make you run away, then that have nothing to do with the men that you're talking to. That have everything to do with y'all. Have everything with y'all being the toxic ones. Toxic people run away from structure. They run away from accountability. And so instead of, gents, don't get mad. That's why I said in my last video, I said about the woman I talked to and she was like, well, you just too good. You in a different spot. You just too good for me. I didn't take that as an insult. It wasn't an insult at all. That made me feel good. Because that made me say, oh shit, that I'm at a place that she thinks that I'm stable. And so she's intimidated by that. Bravo. Yes, I've been waiting for that. Hell, I've told many people many times, the women that are like in my past, that were in my past, my exes, them type of women don't come up to me no more. They already know. They don't even look at me. They know they can't get my time of day, but more importantly, they don't have a chance. They're not attracting me because I don't have toxicity. So the fact that telling a woman things that should be more important make her run away, man, you just did me a favor. Just did me a favor. Gents, that's doing you a favor. We live in this generation where social media exposed women's true nature about men. Wake up. Absolutely, Matrix, exactly. Not all, but most and many Black women are for the streets. This brother cooked on this one. I already read that one. Yep. Feminism freed men more than women. Ooh. Damn, that's deep. I might have to explore that concept. I'm talking about video-wise, just because it sounds good. I'm stealing that one. I'm just saying, when I say stealing it, I think it's a compelling argument for a video. I just want to get the phrasing right. That is a compelling. I ain't changing your mind. Oh, that is deep. I like that. We laugh at this mess, but we don't see or hear ladies demonstrated corrective behavior. Yeah, that's what makes this mess, in the words of Cat Williams, how sad, how hilariously sad. Yeah. Christopher says Steve Urkel fall in love with Laura on Family Matters. Oh, damn. Yeah. It's been in our face the whole time. This is exactly why I say that you buy nuts, you check the prices of nuts, you eventually go nuts. What the hell? What the hell, Preston? All right. Now, this woman was in my most recent, one of my most...
You see a bad woman, they give you an excuse.
This woman was in one of my most recent videos. I don't know why a couple of her clips keep popping up in my timeline. And when she cook, I'm going to let her go. Check this out.
You see a bad woman, they give you an excuse why she's a bad woman. Well, you know she was abused. Well, you know she was this. And so you guys are always positioned and programmed to think that even when a woman is doing wrong, she can't do no wrong. And if she's doing wrong, it's unintentional. It's because somebody else did something. And that's just not the reality of what it is. The reason why women get a pass on everything that they do is because you guys were positioned to believe that we're incapable. Why is it that they say there's more serial killer women than there are serial killer men?
Ooh.
If we're innately good,
ooh,
how does that happen?
Sugar and spice and all things nice. Yeah, that one.
Ooh. Yo, she brought up something. I didn't watch the whole video when I put this in the lineup. I don't necessarily watch the whole videos, but nobody even talk about the women that be taking out people, and nobody suspect them because they're women. Oh my God. Oh, that's something I don't really talk about because that's like, damn, it's just when you hear that, like, yo, she went in. To me, what made that even more powerful is exactly what I said earlier. Like, we just assume that women are supposed to be good. I'm not saying us men don't have our faults and that we don't mess up and men don't do some evil shit. But it would be a gross miscalculation to think that all women are good and can't do no wrong. That's a simp mindset. Because the simp thinks that all women are good. The simp is going to tell you, well, you gotta be a gentleman to all women. No, you don't. I gotta be a gentleman to my woman. I could be a gentleman to people that reciprocate certain behaviors to me. But not everybody deserves that from me. But the simp would think that, hey, all women they're women, so they're all good. They talk to me, so they're good. She touched my pee-pee, good. And that's a gross miscalculation. That's the kind of shit that will make you lose. It'll make you lose your life. And men have lost their life for less. I'm in a peace, chilling, minding my business, stacking up my money. Bro, I see you. I see you. A lot of us doing that too. Y'all late, Slim. Shout out to Kenny. She looking to monkey branch to the next relationship. Yep. Angry back when we need to get off the effing ass and book average brother at best. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do. Facts. I already got that one. Alabama had one. A Beyonce fan was one. She was caught in Atlanta. Yeah, no, it's crazy. You only got to kill 3 people to be considered a serial killer. Man, if you risk your peace, she's too expensive. You definitely don't buy fool's gold and fake ass diamonds from delusional coal. Where did she get that statistic from? I just Googled it and it said there are more male serial deleters than female. I think that what she meant was that there are more female serial killers than people realize. What I'm saying is we don't see that, but yeah, no, men definitely gonna take that one. Folks don't want to believe that all women are not good because they have to take a hard look at the women in their lives, even their own mothers. Ooh. Yo, that's a deep one. That's a whole nother conversation. And I talk about it on this channel. I've actually made a few videos on it. One of the videos I made was a lot of the problems with some of these women ain't they daddy, it's they mama. I think I did a whole video on that. I don't remember when, but I have a large library of videos now. I've been doing this. June will make 6 years I've been on YouTube. So, but I think I've done that within the last year where I've talked about the women will tell that they daddy is the problem, but a lot of these women got mama issues, like deep-seated mama issues. It's crazy. Thank you for that one. If you want to lose a woman faster, just tell her you broke. Preston, that's pretty good. That is damn good. Just give her your toys. Just give your toys to the less fortunate. Think about the women that have had multiple baby deletions. Oh. Maybe that's what they meant. Yeah. That's probably what they meant. If they count, that's crazy. Bro, what's your take on Dak Prescott prenup situation? God damn it. Hey, Cold, you got me, bro. You got me. Somebody told me, hey, bro, you gonna talk about the Dak Prescott thing, or what you think about it? Somebody asked me about the Dak thing. Maybe it was King or somebody, and I was just like, I didn't really have much to say on it. I thought it was messed up, but I was like, yeah. Oh, somebody asked me, was I gonna do something on Dak? And I said, well, every time I do something on celebrities, it don't do well. So what I usually do is talk about celebrities during live streams because it's easier to still get views on the channel. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't did a full lookup on this. Tell me if I'm wrong on this, okay? Dak was with this woman. They had been together for a few years. They may or may not have a baby together. She broke up with him before the wedding, but he also had a prenup. Yes or no in the comments, do I have the basis straight so far? I just want to make sure that I hear it, that I got the basis down for the Dak situation. She popped out 2 kids in 2 years. Oh, was she trying to trap him? No. Okay, I was off. Okay. Correct. She refused to sign it. Okay. And so, from what I know, the little bit I know, she refused to sign it, and didn't she decide to leave because it was a deal breaker. So she left him because she decided to leave because she refused to sign the prenup. Am I closer? Am I still on track? Because I'm about to tell y'all what I think in a second. Texas has a hard cap on child support. It's been reported that she'll only get $2,300 a month for 2 kids. Yo, that's a lot. Well, let me rephrase that. It's not a lot in today's economy, but she wanted Dak to be Travis Hunter. Yes, she refused to sign the prenup. Okay. $240 million contract. Okay. Yep. Okay. Listen. She got what she got, man. Listen, I don't want to sound cold on this. The little bit that I see and know of Dak and the way he's around people, I think he is or will be a good father. Okay. Yeah. Okay. She was trying to trap him. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to say this delicately. You pop out 2 kids in 2 years, and those kids need a father. If you're there because you love the man, then you sign the prenup. Or, ladies, hear me out. I've said this on the channel before. You all are stupid because y'all don't listen. If you're worried about getting thrown out on your ass with nothing, then you say, listen, I don't want half your money. You just say, I don't want to be struggling to raise our kids. I'm not saying you got to make her rich, but don't leave your family out there struggling. You sign the prenup when things are good, when you love him and he loves you. And if you really love him, you say, listen, God forbid nothing happens, but hey, I don't want to be stuck out either. Like, I'm not saying I got to be rich, but like, if you decided to leave me or mess over me, I got your kids, I'm just stuck out in the cold. I think it's reasonable to take care of your woman in that situation, because in that moment you say, okay, look, check it out. I'll get you a house. So for you and the kids to have, if we ever split up, and then I'll do this much money. And trust me, The money is more when it's good. So she might get $2,300 for child support now, but if things are good, he might say, listen, I'll get you a house and then I'll do like $10K a month for you and the kids till they grown. Okay? Most women would say, well, why would I sign that? Why would I sign that? You worth $230 million. I deserve half of that. Wait a minute. You deserve half of $230 million contract and you ain't never fucking threw a football. You ain't ran no touchdowns. You ain't won a divisional game. You ain't won a divisional title. You didn't go through college. No alimony also. Okay. So again, I'm not against prenups in the sense that they were originally designed because what was happening was guys were pulling Harlem Nights and they just pick up the phones like, hey, yo, barber, I ain't never coming home no more, so take it easy. And dudes would just go up and just leave their families. And these women were housewives, so they had no skills. They didn't go to school. They would just be home. And a guy would up and leave them, and they wouldn't have shit. That's kind of wrong. You just abandoned your whole goddamn family. But these women are trying to be like rich off of this shit. Yes, his kids should be taken care of, well taken care of. If I get you a house and I'm giving you 10 grand a month, you're making more, you're making top 5% money to take care of my kids. But these women want to be millionaires off of this shit. That's just my opinion. A lot of these women are too greedy because they're trying to, like I said, they're trying to get rich off of, they're trying to profit off of that man. They have a kids to profit, not because they really want the kids. She wants half of his money, yeah. Edward, that's a stretch. I got to see what Edward said. She's not even his wife. All she deserves is child support and an active father. No. I hear you. But we're talking about the process. All I'm saying is a prenup isn't a bad thing, but she shouldn't get half of his money off of a prenup. Come on. Again, you ain't never threw a goddamn pass before in your life. But you should take care of your family. You can't make this shit up. That's just my opinion. Man, let me get $240 million. I ain't marrying nobody. Give me a 4,000 square foot home on 40 acres, 2 dogs, a truck, and an SUV. I'm good. Devin, I hear you, brother. That's not kind of wrong, brother. That's 100% wrong. What am I talking about? What's 100% wrong? Taking care of your family? Title modern women in a nutshell. She don't care about the kids. Yeah, if she don't care about the kids, then I don't think she should get shit. Don't get it twisted. I'm not mad at him for presenting a prenup. I'm saying that if women have such a problem with a prenup, then say, hey, look, I don't want all your money. But I just want to make sure that, hey, if I'm going to be home taking care of your kids, then if you mess over me, then I just want to make sure me and the kids are good. Oh, yeah. Men abandoning their family. Yeah, sorry. Did I say kind of wrong? Sorry. If I said that, that's not what I meant, but you get what I'm saying. We definitely broke and dusty, lame and crusty, and we got no money for strong, independent bees. What if she set up a trust? What if he set up a trust? That's another thing. But my point being is where people get prenups wrong is that everything is good. And when everything is good, you're talking about division of assets. And I don't think that just because you're there, you deserve half of everything. But if you've been rocking with me, you should be, yeah, I'm going to take you. I love you right now. And we can do a prenup that takes care of you where you're not totally screwed over. But it don't mean you need to get rich off of it too. Or if you got $230 million and I tear you off a couple $1 million, $10,000 a month to kind of upkeep the house and everything while the kids are school age. After that point, you got to figure your own shit out, which means that while you're on your own, you need to be working on some shit. You don't just get to ride. You don't get to just for the rest of your life getting taken care of when we're not even together no more. That don't even make sense either. This is why men, you want to talk about why men aren't approaching women? Because men don't want to, if men remotely get in a good situation, you don't want to be paying 20 years of your life. You say dudes live 60 to 80 years and then, half of that life or, 20 years of your life, a quarter of your life, she got greedy. She literally fumbled 300 million lifestyle to continue being a working single mom. Yeah. Yeah. I like this trust idea too. Yeah. So yeah, you set up the trust and you say for every year, ooh, that's a good one. I've seen that. I've heard that one. I've seen that one before where it's kind of like the jar, right? The jar joke where when your woman take care of you, you put money in the jar. And so by the end of the year, if your woman went down and took care of you, then you give her the jar of money. I don't know if y'all heard that joke before, but anyway. But a trust is good. For every year you stay in the marriage, then so much money goes into that trust. So let's say you stay in the marriage, 20 years and now all of a sudden we out of it. Well, if I've put $500,000 a year in there, 20 years, you know what I mean? That's $10 million. If marriage laws were severely changed, there'd be no need for child support, alimony, et cetera, because the vast majority of men don't end relationships. Women do. You guys are making a lot of sense, man. Facts, brother. She tried to trap him with 2 kids, then break his pockets with a wedding, but he hit her with the Mike Tyson uppercut. Go to sleep. Called a prenup. Yo, real quick, there's these YouTube shorts, man, and I don't see it pop up no more, but it was whatever the channel was, they showed boxers. They said why this person was a terror. And then it would just show highlights of them knocking people out. And it had this one little phrase, go to sleep. And all I could think of when you said the Mike Tyson uppercut is when the little song went, go to sleep. All right. I got 2 more clips for y'all and we'll get up out of here. I want y'all to hear this real quick.
You're not manipulating men. And I'm going to tell y'all why y'all not manipulating these men.
So I'm going to tell you more about how I manipulate men. I think my manipulation started very young when I was about 16, 17. And it was when I became a stripper. Yes, don't judge me. I'm
going to stop you right there. You wasn't manipulating nobody when you were 16, 17. Those men were predators. Okay? Ooh. They would have did whatever and gave you whatever and done whatever because they were predators. That's number 1. Number 2, you're not manipulating men. And I'm going to tell y'all why y'all not manipulating these men. Y'all can't manipulate men in 2026 because y'all showing y'all hand. Okay? Y'all showing y'all hand. The men know what cards you about to play before you even play it because y'all think that y'all are getting all the tips and tricks online from all these different dating gurus and all these women that are teaching y'all how to quote unquote finesse men. Baby, the men are watching the same videos. Y'all get on here and y'all tell all y'all business. This lady started this video out talking about, let me show y'all how I manipulate men. Do you think the men can't see the videos? Do y'all think the men are not on social media? Y'all be in these comments. Y'all be making video after video after video, showing your hand, telling these men exactly what it is that you do. So whenever you meet them, you see them out, you pulling the cards out of your hand, baby, they already know what you finna play. These men are 10 steps ahead of you because they already know what you're going to do. Y'all all got the same playbook, the same script, the same everything. And you think these men don't know what's going on? You think you finessing somebody? Back in the day, yeah, the women used to finesse. Why? Because they had seduction. They used to be seductive, charismatic, feminine. Y'all barely even feminine. Y'all sitting here talking about a man got to bring out your femininity. Baby, the femininity is what you got to use. That's the number 1 tool if you really want to finesse somebody. You got to use that femininity, but you can only a man can bring the femininity out of you. The femininity that you were born with. A man got to bring it out. But y'all finessing people, y'all get on here and tell all y'all whole stories, all y'all thought stories, all how y'all done got gangbanged and trained and ran through and all type of shit. And then you think you finessing somebody. If a man decides to give you anything in 2026, baby, it's because he got it to give and he want to give it. It's not because you did any type of manipulation or any type of finessing. Okay, you didn't do none of that.
Yeah, that was a long video. I could almost made that a members only video. It's all good though. Hey, she right though. The reason why that's the second to last video is because I at the end of the day, men aren't approaching because we can see y'all coming a mile away. Just like the young man earlier that was on the panel, and he said, you came out and you led with this shit. Like we already saw who you was when you came out, acting like somebody owed you something. There was a I know some of y'all are older like me. Some of y'all are older than me. There was this thing that we used to watch in school back in the day. And there was a big, if y'all remember back in the 80s, there was a big push. Just say no to drugs, the war on drugs, right? That affected all our communities. But in that push for the war on drugs, it was like these little, like this little TV show or like I don't know what it was, like a little war on drugs propaganda video. Remember they used to roll that TV into the classroom? They had the little TV on a stand and they roll it. You have to watch the movies, stuff like that. But one of the shows was, it was a show where like the boy was going into these situations. And in the situations, the people would be partying and they having a good time. And everybody's like, man, you should party with us. And they putting their arm around his shoulder, this little kid. But he received some magic glasses. And so he would put the magic glasses on his face. And what he could see was nobody was partying. Everybody was really strung out. Dare, yeah. Yeah. Lance, thank you so much, man. So they put the glasses on. You could see everybody wasn't partying no more or whatever, right? And then there was he went to another place and everybody was like doing something else, right? And then he would put the glasses on and they was all strung out on drugs. And then, you know, like, so he would be in all these situations. He put the magic glasses on and he can see through the facade that everything was okay. That's how it is in 2026. Men now have the glasses, and so they see certain things, they put their glasses on, and they can see all this shit is fake. They can see through the fake hair, the nails, the fake attitudes, the behaviors, right? Commercials, your brain's on drugs. What happened to it? With the when they put the egg in the skillet? The veil has been lifted. Thank you, Forever Blessed. I appreciate it. That's exactly it. That's exactly my point. We have all the brothers, man. Again, even if you don't rock with this channel, there's still other brothers that y'all might watch that you might like, and we all dropping game. We all sharing information. So the reason why men don't approach no more because it's crazy. It's at the point now where you can see a woman. It's not for every dude, right? But if you at least got peace within yourself, I ain't gonna say you got everything together yet. But if you like, man, I'm cool with me, man. It's almost like you can see them coming from a mile away, bro. And you can see all the problems that come with it. It's almost like if you had digital glasses on and it'd be like a profile next to them. And it's like, she's the narcissist. She got 3 baby daddies, blah, blah, blah. Like you can see everything in her profile. I swear that's what it is, like walking around like, yep, nope. She got mama and daddy issues. She was tricking at 16 years old. Shout out to that comment. Where was that one at? I don't want you to think I missed you. So she was scripting at 16, 17. You can see the profile next to you like, ooh, yeah, no, I'm good. That's what it's like. It's like you can almost see everything they done been through looking at them. Oh, let me read it. Preston said, these are the actual effing nerves that say that we're scared to approach. Y'all say, y'all, when you constantly say don't approach you anymore, and now you mad. Yeah, so you say we don't want to be approached, and then you need to be approached. Like, men are like, okay, we don't like to be confused, right? You mad when men gave you exactly what you asked for, right? Right. We hear them loud and clear. Exactly. Bro, I'm a new subscriber. I enjoy this, and we'll share this. Got to go to work. Peace. Cold out here, man. First of all, hey, love what the Saints did. If you know, you know, right there. 504 in the house, baby. Love our first day in the free agency market. I'm loving it. Shout out to you, Cold out here. I'll see you when you come back through. We'll be here next week. All right. Commercial. Oh, I read that. Yep, veil has been lifted. This is your brains on drugs. Any questions? Not worth it. Yeah, Devin says, now when I look at a woman, I think about how much stress she's going to bring me, how much money, how much time it's going to cost me. Exactly. You have to make a calculated decision when dealing with any woman. And a lot of times men are saying it's just not worth the cost. That's what a lot of men are saying. It's just not worth the cost. Icon stats above their head. Yo, it's almost like it's like a game, bro. It's like you can see their stats. You're like, oh man. Yeah, she like got 1 star or something. They are so lost and dead inside, they can't even naturally bond with men. And that's a deep one. That's a deep one. I think that we're starting to see that throughout, man. We're starting to see a lot of people can't bond anymore. And I don't want to go too deep on that in this topic. I'll bring it up in another video if y'all will allow me, but we've all been burnt out, bro. I heard a woman say something, man, and it just didn't fit with this topic. I don't even know if I saved the video. But it was a young black woman, and she said, well, I don't want to, it sounded almost like she was going to cause harm to herself, but she said, I'm not going to cause harm to myself. She's like, but what are we doing this for? Like, I bring her up because she's not alone. I hear dudes saying this too. A lot of people are giving up hope. And it's understandable. We have found out some of the most evil shit over the last couple of months. Even your boy broke down a little bit, right? Even I was like, even I was getting so much news and reading through these files and the sheer evilness. It's like you'd swear it was a movie script. And so people are burnt out, man. People are giving up. That's why I always tell y'all, man, I'm saying you may not want to talk to these women, but when you have the opportunity, don't pass up on it. Yeah, I'm not saying you got to try to talk to her just don't stop talking to people. Learn to be social, man. Learn to talk to people. Like, we got to get back to that. This shit right here, this phone shit don't matter, bro. You know? That's the one thing that's why I always do these live streams. Because at least it's a place where we can talk about these things. That we can have conversations with each other, man. Even if we laughing about it, bro. Even if it's like, bro, that's crazy. I laugh about all this shit now. And I appreciate having these conversations with y'all. We can't lose our humanity because of these evil fucks out here. You understand what I'm saying? They're messing up our world, our money, our opportunity because they're doing what they want to do. We can't lose who we are in the process. So that's my only message. I didn't mean to go off subject. I'm trying to make a point that you see these people, our women are dead in the inside. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Is like, wow, you know? So now let's get back to some comedy real quick. This is the last video I got. I put this at the end because the last woman said, men know the game. You ain't running no game on no dude. So I want you to see this last video. Check this out.
You got a good stepdaddy.
What's up, girl?
Oh, he got the good.
Hey, you get faster and faster. Shit, bro, but these is kids' clothes, homie. A kid? Operative word, a kid. Not my kid, not your kid. Yeah, but it's God's kid. Am I God? For sure not. Are you God? No. So then God will provide for that kid. Take this ball back, take this receipt back, take it all back today. Look, yeah, but I can't keep doing this. I'm gonna do it for as many times as I ask you. You owe me. Don't make me pull out those receipts, homeboy.
Oh, hey, I just wanted to throw that one out there. Tell me that wasn't gangster, bro. I mean,
You got a good stepdaddy.
What's up, girl?
Oh,
look at it. Soon as about to hand her the bag.
Hey,
Oh, shit. Yo, I was like, yo, he had his homeboy rob him and take the shit back. Man, listen. Oh, man, the brothers are so creative, man. Anyway. All right, y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer, man. We at the 2-hour mark. I want to thank everybody for being here. If you are my members, right, thank you so much for being members. I have the video already created. I just have to go ahead and edit it. I know, fam. He's like, damn. It is funny as hell. I want to thank each and one of my members, man. Thank y'all for believing in me. Again, I owe y'all. I will feel like I always owe y'all. I have a video, like I said, I just have to edit it. It will be out tomorrow. So there will be a members only video out tomorrow. Also, there'll be a normal video out on Friday. It was gangster. It was gangster. Also, make sure y'all go over and check out our other channel, Partners in Crime. Our Partners in Crime is the name of the YouTube channel. And what we wanted to do with Partners in Crime over there is it's me and P. Y'all know how we are, but we wanted to just kind of have looser conversations, kind of just have fun, you know, and just make fun videos and y'all can laugh with us, bro. And we do talk about deep stuff on there too. But right now we're trying to build the channel up. And if you enjoyed tonight's live stream, you'll definitely enjoy Partners in Crime over there. And then I'll have a video out on Friday. What else is going on? Video will be out on Friday. Yeah. Oh, somebody said something in the comment about my fitness. So I just want to tell y'all, man, I've been on a diet, y'all. I've been on a diet now for the past, tomorrow will be 2 weeks. And I did a 30 to 40 hour fast to start. I'm talking about like when I say fast, yeah, no, I fasted that long. Yeah. The only thing I took during that fast is I drank water and I would take olive oil when I was getting hungry. So olive oil is supposed to satiate your hunger. And then so once I got past that, when I ate, I'm doing more of like a Mediterranean type diet. So we're talking like tuna, you know, eggs, salmon, you know, vegetables with a bunch of like, you know, leafy greens, olive oil, olives. And it was rough. Day 3, day 4, you thought your boy was sitting there like, God damn, I need them cheeseburgers. But you got to understand, like, we got all these toxins in our body. And I'm not sitting there saying it's like overly healthy either. Like I had a steak the other night, a couple nights ago, and I had a salad. I had a steak with a salad. And that was my meal for the whole night. You stopped eating meat. That's crazy. Yeah, no, well, I'm not getting rid of meat. I'm not even counting calories. But what I tell you is, you know, I have like 4 boiled eggs for breakfast. I realize I say breakfast, breakfast. Okay. I heard myself. You know, like cucumbers, tomatoes, like olive oil, like stuff like that. Oh, and I'll have 2 kiwis to get some like the macronutrients from the kiwi. Here's the thing. I've already lost 8 pounds. First, I lost 3 pounds in the first 3 days. And then after 10 days, 10 or 11 days in, I lost 8 pounds total. Now, eventually, my weight loss is going to slow down, but I should still be trimming up. I'm still eating meat because I'm still in the gym. So today I did back and biceps, and I do 8x8s now. And what that is I used to just do 3 sets of 10. Now I'm doing 8x8s. So I'm doing the same weights as the 3 sets of 10. And then once I do the last 5 sets, I go down in weight and do eights. But I'm doing something every 15 to 20 seconds. So there's no rest in between these workouts. Red Pill says, I add olive oil to my vegetable salad. Yep. And also my daily apple cider vinegar. So I just bought my apple cider vinegar. So I haven't done my detox drink yet, but it's coming. So I bought ginger today. I bought a bunch of stuff. So this is a work in progress. If you buy my book, you will see that I tell you how to pack on muscle. But what happened was I started packing on the muscle, but I started eating more, and I didn't do a good job of keeping my diet down. So I was 284, man. I knew that I was going to eventually hit 290, 300. I knew it was going to happen. And I can't, I'm getting too old to be that type of, like, first of all, I've never been that big in my life. So now I'm like, okay, well, how do I get back down? And so I'm doing this Mediterranean diet. I still get to eat tasty foods. I made some pork ribs last night in my Instapot. I put like a light sauce on it because you don't want to put too much sauce because it's carbs, sugar. I had the pork ribs and I had a sweet potato with it, like that I pan fried in olive oil, right? To get like carbs. And that was it. That was what I ate. So I am telling y'all, try doing that with lemon water and honey. Yeah. So these are all the things I'm gonna be doing. Yeah. I've been doing Stairmaster 30, 40 minutes about 4 days a week to drop some weight. Yeah. Edward says, I drink cucumber and lemon water with honey. Helps to hydrate you and also cleanse you out. I'm also down 8 pounds. So listen, you all are doing great stuff. And so my book teaches you how to build nice muscle. It tells you how to build muscle. Like, I've seen too many people get in the gym, a year later, they look the same. Well, when you see me a year later, you're like, whoa, how'd you do that? And so that's what I got in that book. And I talk about losing weight. The principles are exactly the same in my book. The difference is, instead of having a diet where you're just eating on some celery, my diet actually is delicious. I don't count calories, but I'm not eating a lot either. So it's very strategic. Hey, I don't eat after this time. I'm eating really nutrient-dense foods. I fast until this time in the morning, right? So these are all things. When I get this process down, I plan to have I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm gonna have abs, but I plan to have a flattened stomach. I was 284 when I started. I'm 276 right now. The goal weight is 260 to 250. And when I get there, I'm going to put all this together again, my weight loss journey. It'll be a brand new book. It'll be a brand new thing. And if you're a member of my channel, I'll actually make a members only video and tell y'all about my journey. That's my promise to y'all. I still want to make a few members only videos where I'm in the gym so you all can see what I do and we can talk about whatever subject while I'm working out or whatever. But the point being is that this isn't just about like talking about dating relationships. This is about us being gents and holding each other accountable. I'm not telling y'all anything to do anything that I'm not trying to work on or do. Okay? I'm not trying to sell y'all anything that I wouldn't back myself or wouldn't buy myself. Okay? That's why I don't have any sponsors or anything like that. Everything is down in my description. Again, thank you to you all who donated to the channel tonight. Okay, everything helps right now. So I'm about our health as well. Men's health, fitness, these are all important to me. This is when I say about us being on our purpose, about being the best version of ourselves, this is part of it. Mind, body, spirit. We need to be working on that at the same time. Okay? So I am 6'4". I know it don't look like it. Oh man, I gotta tell you, bro. Hey, I gotta tell you, bro. So we got the scale out here in Vegas. I don't know if y'all seen that before, but it's right by the 300-pound grill. If I ever was hurt for money, I would go around the scale. I would take bets on how much I weigh. Okay, I would take bets because everybody always gets my weight wrong every time. Right? One night, one of the last times I was there, a buddy of mine was in town. We went to the scale. I said, watch this, bro. I went to the scale and I stood on it. Now I had my clothes on. So clothes is about 6 to 8 pounds. So the scale said 290. And everybody around said, there is no way. And I said, it's the muscle. Yo, I had a coat on. I was like, but you can't see the muscle underneath. You can't see the workout. You can't see how you can't see it. So they wouldn't even put me on 270. They would probably have me about 250, maybe. They would be so off on how much I weigh. I'd make money every time. Yeah. They would have it wrong. If I ever needed money, I just go to the 300-pound scale, take a bunch of bets. I'd have a $100 bill. Win this $100 bill. If you get my weight within plus or minus 5 pounds, you can win this $100 bill. But to take the bet, you got to bet 20. Now, you know what I mean? And or you have to bet whatever. You have to. Brother Shaun, have you heard about monk mode? I'm currently doing 30-day monk mode self-improvement. Yeah, I've heard some people talk about that. I don't. I know why certain people do that. I know why people do that. And I'm not against it. I just think that find a program. Find a program that you can stick to. The most important thing with anything you're doing, diet, learning a language, whatever, right? Like I know people might say don't be on the language apps. I'm over 1,800 days on my language app. Okay. I've learned how to do chess. I've learned a little bit more about music. I've been speaking Spanish now. Been doing that since 2019. So the point I'm trying to say is if you put yourself on something or you have a goal, do it so it's sustainable. So I can't just do a diet where I cut out all of this and all of that. So I said, well, how can I have a diet that I can eat the food and I like the food, but it's less food than I normally eat? So I went with the Mediterranean diet. And so again, if I'm successful with this, I'm going to share this with my members. I'll share with my members and I'll make a book. I'll make another book that I'll share with the rest of y'all. And I won't even charge crazy for it, like $10. $10 for my next book. Okay. My current book is $10. So the point being is when I learn how to do this, I'm going to teach you all. But the reason I know I'm going to be successful, first of all, if you know me, when I put my mind to something, I get the shit done. That's just the way I am. Again, 1,800 days. How many days I'm on this app? I'm going to tell y'all right now. 1,807 days that I've been on the Duolingo app. Straight. I haven't missed a day. So you have to pick something that you know you can do. It's kind of like what I say with dating. If you're not a flowers and candy guy, don't be buying her flowers and candy because you can't sustain it. Because later on, she's going to look back at you like, in the beginning, you used to do flowers and candy. You don't do it no more. It's the same thing with your diet. So you don't have to eat terrible. You don't have to eat like just celery every goddamn day, but you are going to have to reduce your calories. So your macros, right? Macronutrients. So you're eating less, but then now you're eating like a chip here and you're eating candy over here. You got a cake or two here. Or you know, like, oh, I got these little things that I, like to pop and eat when I'm hungry. All those little things, the extra little ketchup you use and the syrup and all these macronutrients, they add up to hundreds of calories. That's why people can't succeed, because we got to have everything. They got to be all this flavor. Olive oil, sea salt. I'm like olive oil, sea salt, lemon juice, and honey. That's the kind of shit. Oh, and onion powder, garlic powder. I'm keeping everything simple. You gotta, if you wanna win, you gotta make it so that you can, so that it's easy for you to do. I go to the gym 3 days a week. That's it. 3 days. First of all, I need rest. I can't be sore all the time. Okay. So I've already been through the sore period. We're past that. I'm in the maintaining phase, which means I don't have to go 5 days a week. I need 3 days. I lift very heavy on all 3 days. Now I'm lifting heavy and I'm getting like that failure type workout. What am I telling you all? When we talk about having standards and we talk about these women with standards, we have to be elevating too. And I don't mean you have to, it ain't about money. It's about who you are, because they need to come to our level, right? As the man, you got to set the tone. They're setting the tone, telling you some shit. What was that one? What that woman say? A bunch of them said some shit. I'm going to pick this one right here. Hold on real quick. This one right here.
One of the first things you said in the show, before I knew anything about you, you said, I want my man to provide. I want a traditional relationship. But the truth is,
well, we don't have to go through the whole thing. I just used that for an example, that she came out and the first thing she led with was money. And it's like, okay, that's fine. But we have to be ready for that. We got to continuously work on ourselves, man, to be the best version of ourselves. And again, you're not going to be perfect. You're not chasing perfection. You're chasing consistency. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is more important to be consistent than it is to be perfect. Because with consistency, at least you haven't given up. If you chase perfection, eventually you're going to get frustrated when shit don't go right. You're going to get frustrated that shit don't line up exactly the way you need it to. It's not sustainable. I'm all about sustaining shit, bro. You definitely speaking truth bombs. I'm trying to help somebody today. Why pay just to get rejected? Yep. You're absolutely right, brother. The beautiful thing about monk mode is you can tailor it to what works for you. You have to. Nothing is set in stone. Everybody's monk mode journey will be different. And that's exactly it. Tailor your plan to your lifestyle. Here, I'm going to give one more piece that I talk about in my last book. Do not be afraid if the results to whatever it is you're doing takes longer than what's expected. Let me give you an example. I said I'm gonna have a flat stomach by July, right? By summer. If my stomach isn't flat by summer, but I have been consistent every day, every week, every month, okay, then it might take till August. Or it might take till September. Hell, it might take till next March. I'm not going to give up. I'm seeing some of the results. It just means it might take a little longer. I might have to tweak and adjust, but you don't give up. Again, I can start eating somewhat normal, but calorie restricted once I get to my goal weight. I don't have to keep dieting up to that. Once I get to my goal weight and I go do my labs and the doctor tells me, hey, yeah, this is looking a lot better. She told me you need to get down to 250. Now, she told me that like 2 times ago. It's been a year. Now, I've gotten other labs better, but she's like, you're not going to be able to get these labs all the way to where you need them to until you lose weight. It's like, God damn. But I mean, it's like, I know you got the muscle and all, but you like them cakes. It's like, it's every holiday that mess you up. You and them damn cakes. You and all them sweets. I'm like, you're right. You're right. And then I've been seeing people dropping dead, man. Like my phone be getting alerts on it about people dead. This person did, this person did. And I'm like, man, I ain't trying to die. I ain't trying to die young if I don't have to. I'm not trying to. So that's my thought process, y'all. Again, I want to help y'all. And I'm going to share my journey with y'all, man, because it's not about perfection. It's about progress. All right, gents, I'm going to get up out of here. Thank y'all for being here. Again, members only video tomorrow, regular video on Friday. Look for the community post. In the community post, I'm going to also put links to the videos just in case y'all not getting all the notifications. Thank you to the tonight's sponsors of tonight's video. Okay. So we got Devin with the $2 holla. We got East Coast Kev with the $5 holla. Thank you for being a sponsor of the channel. All right, gents. Until next time. I did not set up an outro video, did I? Until next time, live your best life.